My name is Amy Kesey, and I'm a case manager with Snohomish County Long-Term Care and Aging.
My name's Sean Florence. I'm a case resource manager with the Division of Developmental Disabilities.
My name is Shannon Langford. I'm a social worker with the Tri-Cities Home and Community Services Office. The Home Care Referral Registry is a wonderful resource that I have when I'm trying to help a client find a provider.
They do a really good job of keeping track of people in different areas, having them ready to go, have their background checks done, and ready to work with people.
The families I work with are often recruiting for new providers.
They may have the option of an agency caregiver, or they may have a relative that's their caregiver right now.
You can find a provider that might be willing and able to work that odd shift, whether it be nights or evenings or weekends, and the provider registry can find those people for us.
Whenever I've had somebody who is just kind of dissatisfied with what they have been using, that's usually my first suggestion to them is to call our Home Care Referral Registry coordinator and let them know what they're looking for, and then see if there's anybody available in their area.
Finding providers is a universal issue for children with developmental disabilities and their families.
I had several different clients who had active family members that were trying to locate providers. They had specific schedules in mind. I had a client that lived in a rural location.
It's just an easier alternative than trying to keep track of that myself or trying to find those workers myself. It's a lot easier to let somebody else do that kind of legwork for me.
In the past, it seemed like when we would try to get a list of individual providers, we'd get this long list. 10 names, 12 names. It was really overwhelming for the families to try to look at that list, and they didn't know quite where to start. Now it's shorter, and you can specifically ask for what schedule you're looking for, what type of care the client requires, and then get a list that's going to match.
Sometimes people do call me looking for stuff or call me looking for help, and I don't really know, but it's nice to know that someone at the Home Care Referral Registry does know, and they are keeping track of it, and they're able to kind of do that for me.
It's easy. You call a 1-800 number, tell them your basic needs, and you're able to get a list often of people who are ready to start working.
Sometimes they may not have somebody right away, but they'll look for them, and then they're able to come up with some more people.
I know that when I make that referral to the coordinator, however, whether I make a phone call, I fax, I email, I know that she is going to be working on it the minute that she gets it.
It definitely is advantageous to have them be through the Home Care Referral Registry because they already have the orientation, they've already had their background check done, and they're ready to basically look at the service plan and go to work.
Some of the candidates will be DD contracted, ready to do personal care, respite care services when they enter the family's home.
I was literally able to get my assessment completed and get services to that client within just a matter of days.
I don't have to go over all those additional steps, and it makes it so that they can just basically go to work with the individual.
Certainly speeded up the time frame involved with hiring a new provider.
I would tell a coworker that hasn't used the registry in our office that it's an easy, fast way to help a client locate a provider.
When they are having trouble with finding people, I let them know that I always use the Home Care Referral Registry.
I would recommend this to any one of my coworkers. Since our caseloads are increasing day to day, this is just one way that we can reduce time.
Case managers will come around asking if I have ideas, and if they hadn't heard of the registry, I will share that number with them. I let them know that families can research the registry. If they go online, there are YouTube videos about recruiting providers.
Usually, like when I first meet with clients, we kind of go over what their current situation is with their caregiver.
Initially, I tell them there's a resource that we've been able to access the past few years. More and more families are using, and we're seeing more and more success with in terms of finding providers.
They're usually able to come up with caregivers for my clients when they're looking for them, especially sometimes for some of the harder individuals to serve. I always bring up, well, in the future, if you ever have a need for another caregiver, I mean, we always have other agencies, but we also have the Home Care Referral Registry that keeps track of people in your local community, in your area, that are also looking to do this type of work too. So, you know, if you need help, let me know, and I can give you the information about the Home Care Referral Registry.
Sometimes families don't know. They don't have a person in mind or a candidate that they've recruited, and that's typically when I'll mention the registry.
Families also are concerned about their parents, and they want to make sure that whoever is going to go in and help mom and dad is going to be the right match for them. In presenting their choices, I can let them know that we have this referral registry available to us. It's a very fast, quick, easy way for us to locate providers for them that they can meet and hire on their own. I've had wonderful feedback from families and clients that have used the registry. I think that they feel empowered knowing that they're really assisting and getting services.
They get to interview people, they get to kind of coordinate with them what their schedule is, what their days are, what their times are, and then that way they're able to kind of, make the caregiver fit their needs.
They're getting to interview a number of candidates, and anytime you broaden the field, you're going to have more choice.
Families have been very pleased. They were surprised at how quick it was, and the quality of the workers that actually showed up for the interviews.
I've heard feedback from families about the clients they've been able to recruit and hire from the registry that has been pretty positive.
I gave them the Home Care Referral Registry's number, and they called, and they got a few names, and they were able to get connected, and it worked out really well for them. And the one person that I'm thinking of in particular, she's had the same caregiver now for a year and a half.
The mother's been able to get a break and maybe more importantly, see herself in a leadership role, in that she was able to choose the one that seemed to really click with her family.
It's been a real positive experience for me. It's been a positive experience for the families and for the clients. All of the clients that need help needed that help yesterday. And so when we're trying to locate a provider for them, we don't have a whole lot of time to do that. We have so much work to do in so little time. I don't know. Why wouldn't we use that registry? Why wouldn't we?
All I have to do is go in and go over the service plan, and then it's done.